Good morning. This is the video newsletter for Buy Sell Short for Sunday, March 25th. We're starting off with the Dow 15-minute chart, and you can see over the last few days, slow little retrace on the market. That's pretty much happened shortly after the open. Steep drops, recovery, steep drop, recovery. Going into tomorrow, we could be, barring any sort of news, be setting up for another drop. We've got RSI about to drop under 50, negative cross on MACD, stochastics about to break 50. So just looking at this chart, we could be in store for a little mini drop on the open or early in the day Monday. But we do have quarter end this week, and the funds, just given the action we saw into options expiration last week, it's hard to imagine them not trying to paint this market up into the end of the quarter so that they can lie to prospective investors in their materials going forward. That's typically what we see. They paint stocks up into quarter end so it makes their performance look better than it actually is. They go out, they buy the strong performing stocks, they sell the weak ones, and pretty much try to pass off that they knew what they were doing over the last quarter. Dow daily chart. You can see here I've got these two black circles, and the reason I've got these highlighted is if we scroll down here and check out stochastics, we've got a somewhat similar action to what we saw back in December on the stochastics. We're not down to the 50 mark yet, but the daily action also mirrors that. Back in December we had that little sell-off. Granted, it was a little more extended. There was about a 500-point drop then. We've had a retrace, but it's been a small little retrace over the last few days. And judging by that, if we were to go off it, we could be in store for another bounce back. The 20-day exponential has acted as pretty strong bounce material throughout this rally since December. Now, if we did get a sell-off early this week, the 50-day moving average would be the area we would look for a bounce. But I'm not really looking for a sell-off. I'm just saying, we've got a lot of bounce spots on this chart right now, and as you've noticed, really throughout this past week on this slow little walk down, all the sell-offs have ended up being buying opportunities. You get traders get scared out of their positions, and then those positions recovered, and that continues to be the case in this market. Russell 2K small caps, we had a little mini sell-off, but we bounced back nicely on Friday. And, if we went and looked at the one-year chart, we are still, this is the only indice apart from the SMH that's not making new highs yet in this market. So would really like to see this pick up in the month of April. 844 is our next breakout level, but we're substantially below that 866 T-bagger debt ceiling top from last summer. We do have to keep an eye on oil this week. It has been trading in a channel really over the entire month of March. 110 is the breakout. We've been holding support at the 50-day moving average, 103, 104 area. If we did get a break through $110 a barrel, that is when I would seriously start to look to those oil plays. So, it's a good idea to keep those oil plays in watch. Granted, it seems a lot of the Iran pricing into this market is starting to slowly bleed off. I mean, we had some news reports out last week that Iran is years from having any sort of nuke bomb. So maybe we'll start to see oil break down. Maybe we won't. It is an election year, and it is pretty rare for oil prices to be this high going into an election. Usually they juice the market downwards in election years. Still waiting for that to happen. Anyway, let's jump into some stock plays. A lot of focus on biotech stocks, at least that's my focus going into this week. I'm seeing some very nice action in the under $1 biotech stocks. We've seen some very nice moves in these, and I would love to see a little biomania, especially in these under $1 stocks over the next couple of weeks. This is typically the time of the year when these stocks do very, very well. We have yet to see them really make a meaningful move, and we do have some very nice chart setups. ALXA, loaded with cash, nice little breakout setup here. We jumped into some of this on Friday, 63 cents. 67, the 50-day moving average, is the breakout on this one, and we could see a very nice up move to that 80, possibly 90 cent area, especially if this chart starts to get going. Pretty decent sell-off over the last couple of months and due for a rebound. Another one we jumped into on Friday, Cash Rich BIOD. We broke that range that the stock has been in over the last 2 to 3 weeks. Volume did pick up on this. And, I want to make a quick comment. I know some of you guys have been saying in chat, we're playing a lot of stocks with no volume, low volume. What you need to do is remember, a lot of these small cap stocks, volume has absolutely dried up in them over the last 3 to 4 months. And these are stocks that used to trade 500,000 shares on average. And a lot of them, the volume has just gone MIA over the last couple months. Sometimes a lack of volume can be a good thing, especially if the spread is not big, and especially when we're starting to see interest come back into these stocks. BIOD, this is one that could quickly make a move up to that 74, 75 cent area. We've got RSI up through 50. We had a positive MACD cross on Friday. And we've got stochastics up through the 50 level. These are all things I like to see on bottomed out charts. And this could be a very nice week for BIOD. Vonage, this is one we tried to scalp earlier in the week, but I'm still watching it, looking for that break through the 20-day exponential of 230. We get a move through that area, 240s, 250s would be on the horizon. Just one to keep a close eye on this week, especially if we do see some goosing in the market to the upside. Amazon, this was a chart watch play I mentioned last Sunday for a symmetrical triangle breakout, and so far so good. The stock is up $9 from that breakout and looking very, very nice. This 196.50 level could see us make a move on 200 plus this week. Another one to keep an eye on as well is Netflix, NFLX. It is also flagging here. 123 break, and you get a move up to that 129, 130 plus level. A couple of the horsemen that have really been sleeping of late with Apple. I even hate to say that Apple looks overextended, because every time it looks overextended, the stock runs another $50 billion in market cap. So we are seeing volumes come off on Apple, and could see a little retrace back to that 20-day exponential of 565. But you're probably going to see funds rotate into stocks like Amazon, Netflix. Now, granted, quarter-end window dressing, every fund that wants to lie to their clients is probably going to want to make sure that they've got some shares of Apple on their book. So a 610 break on Apple, maybe they goose it to 625 this week. DYAX, cancer biotech stock, had a nice breakup setup early in the week and just a slow drop down. As you can see, not uncommon for this stock to do that, but I think on this golden cross that we saw this past week, we are about to see this stock make another breakout. Now, I would be looking to add to my position on a 167 plus break on this one, but I'm thinking this week is going to be an up week for DYAX. I know. Nice little piece of news on Friday. CEO bought 50,000 shares. Not a small thing at all. Stock got a little mini pop, but we're still waiting for that 65 cent breakout on this one. And again, another stock that we are about to get a golden cross on. 50-day moving average up through the 200-day moving average. Typically a bullish event. That is looking to happen tomorrow. So this should be a nice up week for INO. And we're also about to get a positive MACD cross on the chart as well. Neuro, another biotech stock. Financing sell-off has been consolidating nicely here. It finally broke its gap down trend line on Friday. 80-cent break, and we are easily looking at a move up to that 50-day moving average. These guys have done financing. They had news after hours on Friday that NASDAQ gave them another 6-month extension, and the CEO even mentioned in their press release that the stock has come under pressure since their financing. Duh! The guys you did the financing with shorted the crap out of your stock, dumbass. But on a positive note, they're looking like they're ready to reverse this stock back into an uptrend. So maybe the CEO is going to get proactive now and start pumping out some press releases to help the stock. THQI, we're still waiting for the breakout on this one. 66 cents is our breakout. 75-cent plus target. 59 cents would be your stops. Just a wait and see game on this one. Gamer stocks are actually starting to blow up. Over the last few days, we've had Glue go boom. We have also had Game, which has been on the pop scan, go boom. So gamer stocks are starting to get a little bit of interest. Actually, one other stock, Mad Catz, MCZ. Nice little flag action on this one today. This one could be a very nice mover on a break of 68 cents with a target up there of the 200-day moving average at 80 cents. So definitely keep an eye on this one this week. Last but not least, LXRX. Rule of 2 play. We got that nice little pop on news a couple of days ago. Gave it back, but the stock has been holding up above the 20-day exponential. We had a nice snapback move on Friday. I would continue to watch this stock for a move through $2. I would be a buyer on a break through 2, sort of similar to what we saw on HIMX, etc., etc. Which, by the way, if we look at HMIX, was a very nice winner for us over the last few days. And actually, RTK, slow rule of 2 play, but it did hit that first target of 210 on Friday. And this LXRX chart may do something similar, just a slow move, get through that $2 level, and then go boom. So that's it for the video. If you've got any questions, feel free to send me an email, feedback at buysellshort.com or .net. Otherwise, I will see you guys in the chat room tomorrow. Goodbye.